So we are behind schedule, quite a bit actually. The days are getting really long. We're busting our butts trying to get things done because with the growing season right around the corner, there's a lot to be done still. I mean, the garden has so much work to be done, but we don't have time for that right now. What I need to do is empty this out. And the reason I want to empty this is this shed here is going to become our snow machine shed. And as you can see, there's a lot more than snow machines in here. So we've got to get all of this cleaned out and get the snow machines and the snow blower in here, get everything, put away so that we don't have to worry about it for the summertime. We also have to summarize the sleds because we haven't done that yet either. So all of this stuff that's in this shed here, we're going to be putting into the canopy for now. It's the only place I have to put it. We are expecting quite a bit of rain over the next week. So I've got to bust my butt right now, try and get all of this stuff moved. If I can get everything put into the canopy, then I should be able to get the snow machines in here, and then I can do what I need to do with them regardless of the weather. So, but the first thing I got to do is get this all out of here. So let's get on it. Every one of the projects we work on is fun, but every once in a while, we get to work on something that's really fun. So what we're doing now is we are hanging Jen's new dehydrating netting here, I guess you could say. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 compartments, and each one has its own door. If you're interested in one of these, you can, we've got a link in our description below on Amazon for it. But now she'll be able to come right out the back door, throw her herbs in here, and let them dehydrate here outside without having to spend any energy on it. So I just gotta get the right length for her. And here we go. Just like that. What do you think, Jen?
I love it. I'm gonna go get my some chives and put it in there.
Yeah?
Yep.
Yeah, that's gonna be really cool. And I like the fact that it's right at the door too. So.
You know who told us about this, right?
Who?
Hippie chick.
Oh, Hippie chick in Maine Homesteading.
Yep.
Yeah, we'll leave a link to her description, or we'll leave a link to her in the description. Yeah, there it is. Thanks, Hippie chick. All right, on to the next one. So we've had quite a few projects going on this spring, and unfortunately we had started this, but then we had to jump off of this and go do some other stuff. Well, it is raining later today, and so what better day to get in here and finish the project we have going on, and that is getting all of this crap out of here so we can store the snow machines in here than today. So that's what we're doing. It shouldn't take me very long. All I've got to do is get all this crap out of here. So we're going to clear this out, and then, yeah, so give me a minute. So it took more than a minute, but we got it done. We opened this thing up. We've got both snow machines in. Remarkably, they both started right up. No issues with them. I did have a problem starting the lawnmower. The battery was dead. Typically, I will disconnect the batteries for the winter or the summer, depending on what we're doing. For instance, the snow machines, I'll disconnect the batteries, and it's, you know, for summerizing. I don't know why I didn't disconnect the battery on the mower, but I should have. But at any rate, we've got this booster, and whether it's this booster or some other booster, I highly recommend it. Had I not had that, I would have to take the battery off, have it charged on my charger, and that would have taken all day. This way I can just put the booster on it, starts right up. So, all right, well, now that we've got this area cleaned out, we've got the snow machines in here, now I have to summarize them. So to summarize the sleds, what we're going to do is we're going to get all the gas out of them first. Then I'm going to dump some seafoam into each of the snow machines, and then we're going to start them up, and we're going to let them run dry. So the reason we do that is the seafoam will take out all of the moisture, if there is any, in the system, and it'll also lubricate the system so that, you know, when we go to start it up in the wintertime, they should just fire right up. So, all right, well, I'm going to get started on this. This is going to take me a little bit. Both of these tanks are relatively full, so that's going to be quite a job to get them emptied. So, and the rain is coming, so chances are we'll be doing this in the rain, but we're undercover, so that's okay. All right, give me a few minutes. We're going to get these puppies drained out and get them ready for summer. Okay, so we are all done. We've got the sleds. We removed all the fuel from them. We added some seafoam, about an ounce of seafoam. Then we ran the motors for about 5 minutes and then shut them off. That'll give the seafoam enough time to work into the engine. Now that the system is shut down, we're going to go ahead and shut the fuel valve. We'll just have to remember to turn that back on. The other thing that we did is we lifted the sleds up off of the ground. So we've got some cedar underneath the skis, and then in the back we got just a hemlock board here. The whole idea is to get the pressure off of the shocks in the rear. We also did the same to this sled. We've got it on some blocks, and then in the rear again we lift it up off the ground to get the tension off of the shock so that the shocks aren't under tension all winter, or all summer, sorry. The other thing we did is we greased the fittings, and then we also spray this section here down with WD-40 on both sides. And then we also did the same thing on the Polaris here as well. Get it all sprayed down. Gotta get those zerks filled up as well. And it looks like, oh yeah, looks like I got one there that I missed. So I have to get that one here in just a minute. The other thing that we do is we disconnect the battery on both sleds as well. Now the last thing we'll do is cover them up, and they'll be good to go till next season. Okay, and that is it. The next time we see these guys, it will be wintertime 2024. So this is where they're going to sit for the next, I don't know, 5, 6, 7 months. All right, so the black flies are out in full effect. We have always wanted some grass up here, and so now it is time for us to do that. So what I want to do is try to remove about 3 inches of all of the gravel that we laid here. We had originally laid the gravel here so that we could work, and so now that it is time for grass, we need to get this layer down. I don't want to put loam in here and then have the loam higher than our gravel for the driveway. So we're going to try to clear out about 3 inches in this whole area here, and we'll see how well that goes. Well, it took 2 days, but we finally cut out the area where we're going to be having loam brought in so that we can grass it, and we're pretty excited. I think overall I took out a little bit more than I wanted, but I do still have a little bit of work I'm going to do with the hoe, but for the most part this is all done. The tractor did great. I do kind of wish I had a backhoe, but you know, sometimes you just got to use what you got. And in this case, we had the tractor's bucket, and it did a pretty good job. So, pretty excited. We are going to look for a grass that consumes a lot of water because our ground is wet. And, you know, it'll be nice to have grass. And if we're able to find something that consumes water, that'll even be better. So, we'll have another video on this, a couple more videos on this. As this project progresses. Right now we're just waiting for loam, but I want to show you where we put all the gravel. So we have been talking about working out here in the woods and getting all this area cleaned up, but we've also been talking about getting access to the woods. And hey Matcha, what'd you find? And now we have a trail that leads off into the woods. We don't have any trails on this property, and so we're going to start working on that shortly. But this is the first step, is actually getting to the woods. A lot of things going on where I'm standing. This right here is going to be a road. It's going to come this way and loop all the way around the homestead. We've got a lot of work to do before we get there, but it's going to follow this skidder trail here. Let's see. This is where the access point to getting the majority of our firewood is going to be. And again, you know, making trails through here. We've got over 55 acres. And of that, we're going, you know, we need to put quite a few trails in so we can get access to the other parts of the property. So that's going to be exciting. All right, so this isn't the only place that we moved this gravel. Let's go check out the other one. Black flies are getting to you too, Sue. I can see them all over you. Whoa. Those two love playing. So we also made a trail out here to the future pig pen and the future barn and the future pasture out there. So this here is the road we were just talking about. The skidder trail here is going to loop around all the way over here, come down this way, and then loop to the other side of the homestead over there. This area here is going to get completely filled in with gravel, and this will be kind of the, I don't know, the crossroads, if you will. But we made the first pad to get out here, the first trail to get out here. The reason we needed this is we are going to be making or turning this road into a corduroy road. All of these deep channels here from the skidders, we're going to be filling those with logs. In order to do that, I needed access out here, and now I have it. This whole journey has been nothing short of exciting, terrifying, and an enormous amount of work and resources. And it's been tough, but it's progress, you know. We're making progress every single day. Every year that goes by, we're expanding and building, and you know, we are creating our dream home and our dream homestead, one build and one project at a time. And having this little trail, even though it doesn't look like much, is the beginning to really the next chapter of our homestead journey, and that is conquering these woods.